Should Connor Zary continue to get a look up the middle? And is Nazem Kadri the Flames MVP this season? Hey everyone, welcome into Burning Questions. Rob Wong, joined alongside by Postmedia Calgary Flames writer Wes Gilbertson. And Wes, he was drafted as a center, but Connor Zary has not played the center position at the pro level until he did on Saturday and then the last game as well. How do you think he fared so far? And is this a long-term option for the Flames potentially?
Yeah, I think it's been positive reviews so far. As you mentioned, he's drafted as a center, as a lot of players are coming out of junior. And as it went through his sort of start to his pro career, one of the concerns with Connor Zary was his pace. Could his skating and his speed hold up to what would eventually be the National Hockey League level? And that was sort of the impetus to move him to the wing in the first place. Now he's worked a ton on his skating. It's been a success story for him. And so it is an interesting experiment for a Flames team that's out of the playoffs. Connor Zary, as a rookie standout on this roster, has proven that he can help drive offense, that he can help to drive a line. And, you look at a team now that traded Elias Lindholm, that has Michael Backlund and Nazem Kadri, both 30-somethings, as their top centers, and not a ton of middlemen kind of coming up the pipeline. So I don't know if Connor Zary projects as a center at the NHL level, if that'll be a long-term fit, but this is the time of year to find out, and I think so far so good.
Now, it's been a tough year for the team as a whole, but you mentioned Nazem Kadri has been one of the bright spots, on pace for over 70 points, which would be the second best mark of his career. Is he the team's MVP, in your opinion?
Yeah, I think now you'd say he is. It was sort of a toss-up between him and Jacob Markstrom for a while, but I'm not sure how you would cast a vote for anyone other than Nazem Kadri. I was watching Tuesday's 3-2 overtime victory over the San Jose Sharks, and you're kind of thinking about it. Nazem Kadri's 2 games from 900 in his NHL career. He's won a Stanley Cup ring. If you could excuse a guy for checking out on a meaningless Tuesday game against the San Jose Sharks, it would be Nazem Kadri, right? You'd go, okay, not too worried about that. Well, scores the tying goal, breaks up a breakaway opportunity with a great back check in overtime, then draws a penalty, then assists on the game winner. Like, this is a guy who is the absolute opposite of checked out. And I think that's such an important example for a retooling Flames team. If you're Connor Zary or Martin Pospisil or Matt Coronado or even Dustin Wolf at another position, if you look at the way number 91 is playing out the string, it's got to be pretty inspiring. That shows you what it takes to have a long and successful career in this league.
Lastly, speaking of great stories, Oliver Kylington's return to the NHL this year was definitely one of them, and with that, he is the team's nominee for the Masterton Trophy. Wes, what can you say about what he's been able to accomplish this year?
Just a really neat story, right? To have a guy so publicly or so open, I suppose is a better way to put it, about his mental health struggles. He needed a season and a half off to focus on his mental health, to get back to feeling like himself. And, I do have a vote as part of the local chapter of the Professional Hockey Writers Association for the Flames team nominee for the Masterton. And I just thought Oliver Kylington was such a shoo-in. I mean, I hope that his story is inspiring other people who have mental health challenges. I hope they look and say, here's a guy who's back to doing what he loves and is speaking about the hard work that goes into it, the kind of need to confront whatever issues you might have to take on those challenges in your personal life, and that no one else can do that work for you. I just think the story, the message, the way he's played up until getting injured a couple games ago, it's just a really nice story for the Flames, and a guy I think is going to ultimately receive a lot of votes from across the league as a potential Masterton Trophy winner.
Yeah, well-deserved candidate for that honor this year. As always, leave your thoughts in the comments section below. For Wes Gilbertson, I'm Rob Wong. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you next time.